Hello, dear students, and welcome to your new English lesson. My name is Tanja Pezo Gotovac, and I will be your teacher today. And today's topic is Do you like science? By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to understand the texts about famous scientists and express your opinion on the importance of the scientists and their inventions. For this lesson, you will need your pencil and your notebook, some kind of a device with internet access, and a QR code reader. Please bear in mind that you can pause or rewind this video anytime you need more time. And now we are ready and we can start. How often do we ask ourselves about the origin of the things around us? Have you ever wondered who first designed some of the things that we usually take for granted? Ask your mother about the spices she puts in her soup. Go on, ask her. She will probably mention Vegeta, Zlata Bartol's worldwide famous invention. Have you ever heard of Marin Getalic? He gave a great contribution to the inventions of glasses and telescope. Did you know that? Those of you who live in Zagreb remember a series of earthquakes that struck Zagreb a couple of months ago. And if I tell you the name Andrija Mohorovičić, how can you connect the name to the earthquakes in Zagreb? Andrija Mohorovičić, one of the greatest Croatian scientists, studied earthquakes and discovered how to locate the epicenter of an earthquake. And have you ever heard of Vladimir Prelog and Lavoslav Ružička? You have, of course. Why are they famous? They both received the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Now look at these pictures. By now, you probably guess what these things have in common. They are connected to Croatia and Croatian scientists. But which ones? Some of our inventors are very famous, but some of them you've probably never heard of, even though you use their inventions almost every day. Do you recognize any of these three men? The one on the left is Slavoljub Penkala. The one in the middle is Nikola Tesla. And the one on the right is Ivan Vučetić. We will find out more about them in today's lesson. But first, let's take a look at the vocabulary we will need during today's lesson. You have a list of words on the left and their definitions on the right. Please pause the video and match the words to their definitions. Now let's check. To exploit means to use something productively. To humiliate is to make someone feel ashamed or embarrassed. Wealth is a large amount of money and other valuable possessions. Dignity is the importance and value that a person has that makes other people respect them or makes them respect themselves. A pioneer is a person who is one of the first people to do something. Contribution, money, time, or ideas that are given for a good cause. A coil, a wire through which an electric current travels. Alternating current, an electrical current that regularly changes the direction in which it moves. Well done, everyone. And the first scientist we will talk about today is Nikola Tesla. He was born in Smiljan in Croatia on July 10th, 1856. He was an inventor, electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, and a futurist. His interest in electrical invention was spurred by his mother, who invented small household appliances in her spare time while her son was growing up, and she brought him up to be a great man. This is one of many Tesla's famous quotes. Let's read it together. This new world should be the world in which the strong won't exploit the weak, the bad won't exploit the good, where the poor won't be humiliated by the rich. It will be the world in which the children of intellect, science, and skill will serve to the community in order to make lives easier and nicer, and not to the individuals for gaining wealth. This new world can't be the world of the humiliated, the broken, but the world of free people and nations equal in dignity and respect for man. Can you now get a clearer picture on what kind of a man Tesla was? I bet you can. Tesla was a pioneer in the discovery of radar technology, X-ray technology, remote control, and the rotating magnetic field. But he is most well known for his contribution in AC electricity and for the Tesla coil, the first system that could wirelessly transmit electricity. The Tesla coil was a truly revolutionary invention. In this picture here, you can see Tesla demonstrating his remote-controlled boat. Using a small radio-transmitting control box, he was able to maneuver a tiny ship about a pool of water and even flash its running lights on and off, all without any visible connection between the boat and controller. Not many people at that time were aware that the radio waves even existed, and Tesla, an inventor often known to electrify the crowd with his creation, was pushing the boundaries with his remote-controlled vessel. What is interesting is that ordinary people thought that he was using a trained monkey who is hidden inside to run the boat. Then Tesla opened the boat and showed them that there are only electrical instruments inside the boat and that the boat is controlled by remote. Tesla was truly interesting man. So, he had an amazing memory. He had the power to memorize entire books and pictures with great detail. One of Tesla's unique attributes was the ability to visualize in 3D, allowing him to see all sides of an invention before it was created. Throughout his life, and especially towards the end, Tesla lived in a long line of Manhattan hotels. He was obsessed with the number three, and he detested jewelry, round objects, and touching hair. One time, he even sent his secretary home when she wore pearl jewelry. He was also an insomniac and claimed that he needed only 2 hours of sleep at night. Tesla was focused more on humanity and his experiments than money, so he was never rich and died quite poor despite his famous friends. Here are two more famous Tesla's quotes. Let's read them together. I don't care that they stole my idea. I care that they don't have any of their own. The other one, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Which one of these quotes you like more? Can you explain why? Very nice. It's time to learn some more about Tesla. You will watch a video, and while watching, you need to fill in this chart. So please pause the video now and copy this chart into your notebooks. Here is the link you can type into your browser, bit.ly Nikola Tesla 8, or you can scan this QR code. And please, while watching the video and listening to the information, fill in the chart. Good luck everyone, and you may pause the video now. Let's check. We already had the first one, name, Nikola Tesla. Father's profession, a priest. His dream profession, an engineer. He studied in Graz in Austria, and he studied electricity. In 1881 he moved to Budapest, and a year later he worked at Edison Company. He had a fight with Edison because Edison refused to pay him, and he died at the age of 83 in his hotel room. Good job, everyone. The second scientist we will talk about today is Slavoljub Penkala. I won't talk about him, but you will listen. While listening, please write down in your notebooks which of these are Slavoljub Penkala's inventions. Let's listen together.
Slavoljub Edvard Penkala, 1871 to 1922, was a famous inventor. Penkala invented more than 80 inventions and innovations we use every day. One such invention was inspired by his daughter Thea, who did not like to brush her teeth. He watched her struggling for a while, thinking about how he could make toothbrushing easier for her. He was then inspired to invent a rotating toothbrush. His patented inventions also include a hot water bottle, thermofor, and the remedy against rheumatism. As he traveled a lot, he would often stay in hotels and was surrounded by the nature, so he invented pesticide too. This inventor also came up with such things as a braking system for trains, the anode battery, and a type of bluing detergent. Despite this, he remains most famous for his invention of the first solid ink fountain pen and the development of the mechanical pencil, known as an automatic pencil back then. Together with a Croatian businessman named Edmund Moster, he founded the Penkala Moster Company, one of the biggest factories for pens and pencils in the world at that time. The company survives to the present day under the name TOZ Penkala.
Now let's check. Rotating toothbrush. Hot water bottle. Braking system for the trains. Anode battery. Detergent. And a fountain pen. Well done, everyone. Ivan Vucetic is the third Croatian scientist we will talk about today. He was born in Hvar, and he immediately saw the potential value of fingerprints to identify people, and he realized that this could be very useful to the police. He created and constructed tools to take fingerprints because every person in the world has unique fingerprints. But you knew that, right? When he moved to Argentina, he solved a murder case using his method, and many other countries started using his system called dactyloscopy to identify people. You can try it yourself. It's very easy to take your own fingerprints. You can follow these instructions if you copy this link into your browser, bit.ly how to take your fingerprint, or you can scan the QR code. Follow the instructions and take your fingerprint. Then you can take a fingerprint of a family member and you can compare it to yours. Of course, you can write a couple of sentences on how similar or different they are. Good luck, everyone. It's homework time. Now that you know a bit more about Croatian scientists, I want you to think about them for a while. Which one is more important for humanity and why? Which of the inventions you find more important and why? You can write your homework in your notebooks or you can give a talk using vocaro.com. It is completely up to you as long as you don't forget to send your homework to your teacher. In the blue box, you can find phrases that can help you to express your opinion. Good luck with your homework. When it's self-assessment time, you know that we are somewhere near the end of our lesson. Please copy this link bit.ly self-assessment scientists into your browser or scan this QR code and express whether you can understand the texts about famous scientists and your opinion on famous scientists and their inventions. And that's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed. Until our next meeting, goodbye.